I am 95 years old. My first husband, a decorated war hero, took his own life right in front of me. No one ever talks about it, but I still hear the sound of the gunshot every night. Growing up in the Great Depression, my family had to sell our house just to put food on the table. We had to move into a small, cramped apartment where 6 of us shared one bathroom. I thought it was normal. Nobody told me that it wasn't supposed to be that way. My parents always said I was too sensitive. They said I should toughen up. But every night, I'd lie in bed, listening to my mother cry herself to sleep, and wonder why. Why couldn't things be different? They lied to us, telling us that if we worked hard enough, we'd make it out of the poverty. We did work hard, but we still barely made ends meet. After high school, I met a charming young man named Jack. He was handsome, smart, and had a way with words. He took me to the movies, bought me flowers, and made me feel like I was the only girl in the world. We got married young, before I even graduated from high school. They said it was okay to get married young, that love would conquer all. But it didn't. We were both still so young, so naive. We didn't know how to communicate, how to fight, how to love each other properly. We had our first child, a beautiful baby boy, when I was just 19 years old. I thought I was ready, but I wasn't. I was barely more than a child myself. My husband was away fighting in Korea, and I was left to care for our young son on my own. I thought I was doing okay, but I was barely holding it together. I remember calling my mother, tears streaming down my face, asking for help. What am I doing? I begged her. How am I supposed to do this? She said, "You're a strong woman, dear. You'll figure it out." But I didn't figure it out. I made mistakes. I yelled at my child. I felt lost and scared. My husband came back from the war, but we were already falling apart. The war had changed him, and he was never the same. We tried to make it work, but it was too late. We filed for divorce when I was in my mid-20s. They said it was a shame, that we should have tried harder. But I knew we'd given it our best shot. We just weren't meant to be. After the divorce, I thought I'd finally found my happily ever after with my second husband. We were in love, or so I thought. We had a beautiful home, 2 more children, and a good life. But it was all a facade. He was cheating on me, and I had no idea. I thought I was living the dream, but it was all a lie. I was wrong about so many things. I thought I knew what love was, but I didn't. I thought I knew how to be a good parent, but I didn't. I thought I knew how to be happy, but I didn't. It took me years to figure out what I was doing wrong. It took me years to learn how to love myself, to forgive myself for my mistakes. As I look back, I realize now that I was so focused on pleasing others that I forgot to please myself. I forgot to enjoy the journey. I forgot to be present in the moment. I was always trying to get to the next step, to the next milestone, to the next milestone. But what about the little things? What about the laughter, the tears, the quiet moments with loved ones? It's funny, people always say, "You're a strong woman." But sometimes I feel so weak. Sometimes I feel like I'm barely holding on. But that's okay. That's what being human is all about. It's about being vulnerable, about being open to hurt, about being willing to learn and grow. As I approach the end of my life, I realize now that I've spent so much time looking back that I haven't had time to look forward. I've spent so much time dwelling on my regrets that I haven't had time to forgive myself. But it's never too late, I've learned. It's never too late to forgive, to learn, to grow. I'm 95 years old, and I'm still learning. I'm still figuring out this thing called life. I'm still trying to understand what it means to be happy, to be whole, to be at peace. And you know what? It's not about the big things. It's not about the milestones or the achievements. It's about the little things. It's about the quiet moments with loved ones. It's about the laughter, the tears, the quiet moments of introspection. If this reached you, please subscribe. I still have things to say. I still have stories to tell, still have wisdom to share. Don't let your fears hold you back. Don't let your doubts silence you. Keep talking, keep sharing, keep learning. That's what it means to be human. That's what it means to live.